You know, it strikes me with all these castles we have in Scotland, we seem to be a nation that sort of fights a lot, or feels we have to defend ourselves. Things have changed somewhat now, but maybe in the past it was a very, very dangerous country to live in. Who knows, with over 300 castles, there must have been a reason for that. Well, here we are, arrived in the city of Stirling. We are just at the foot of the Stirling Castle, which you could probably see behind me. It dates mainly now from about the 15th and the 16th century. Been fought over many, many times, at least been 8 sieges on it. One of over 300 castles we've got in this country, so you could possibly, I wouldn't like to think you'd think us Scots are aggressive people. We've calmed down an awful lot since those days of you know, kilts and swords, etc, etc. I'm going to put the drone up and let you have a wee look at the castle from a different viewpoint. Stirling is at the start of our Heart 200 and it sits about 26 miles north east of Glasgow and 37 miles northwest of Edinburgh. It's also been called the brooch of Scotland, and he who holds Stirling holds Scotland is often quoted. Its unique position on the border between the lowland and highlands of Scotland always gave it a very great strategic importance, both for the Scots and the English in their various conflicts. Although it's had many sieges, it's surrounded on 3 sides by steep cliffs, and you would have thought that would have been a very good place to build a fortification, but it appears not to have been that successful. Several Scottish kings and queens were crowned at Stirling, including Mary Queen of Scots. From 1800 the castle was owned by the War Office and is used as a barracks now. Anyway, we'll now go round the back of the castle and we'll have a look now at the Wallace monument, because that's So, second port of call in the background is the Wallace Monument, and we're in the car park of the Wallace Monument now, and I'll tell you a few things about the Wallace Monument. The impressive structure behind me sits atop the Abbey Craig. It was opened in 1869 following a competition among architects to put forward a winning design. There is a Victorian statue of William Wallace at the corner of the actual monument, but another one was made in 1995 with the face of Mel Gibson on it. It was eventually removed in 2008 as it was very, very unpopular with the locals. Don't know why in Scotland, but it always seems to involve a walk up a hill when you want to go and see an attraction. So we're en route to the Wallace Monument, up a hill. We're now walking up the Wallace Way, which is the hill up to the top of the Wallace Monument. And this chap here, he's shown that 2,000 years ago he was one of Scotland's first metal workers. Scotland's first metal workers were direct descendants of farmers who learned new skills from settlers from mainland Europe. They began working in bronze from around 2000 BC and would later work in gold. See, I told you, Stirling is often referred to as the gateway to the Highlands, and historically its location was of strategic importance as it was the main entry point to the north of Scotland. And here we go. Pretty impressive somewhat. Now they're nearly at the top. I'm not allowed to fly a drone around here, otherwise I would have tried to get you a better view. However, hopefully this will suffice. I don't fully understand yet why every visit to a national monument in Scotland involves climbing up a bloody hill. I think I'm quite a fit person, but the days I seem to be climbing up always seem to be pretty warm. Carrying a Harley leather jacket which weighs a ton, Harley boots which are not the most comfortable things to be walking up hills on, so yeah, must be something just about national monuments in Scotland, required to be fit as well to go and visit them. However, very impressive somewhat, you must admit. Loch Lomond, Ben Lomond under the cloud, that's the Trossachs. Okay, we'll send the drone up and have a look at the Wallace Monument. Discussions on the monument go back to 1818 when the original plan was to build it in Glasgow. That was not well received by the residents of Edinburgh, so a compromise was agreed and Stirling was picked as the location. An architectural competition was set up to design the monument, and it received 106 entries. The winning entry was submitted by Jide T of Rockhead. Height of the tower, 67 metres. Opened in 1869 for a cost of £18,000. The tower is a sandstone tower built in the Victorian Gothic style. Last stop on our tour of Stirling is Doune Castle, which is about 6 miles from here, so we'll head over there next. Behind me is Doune Castle, built in the 13th century, probably destroyed a bit in the Scottish Wars of Independence and rebuilt again in the 14th century. You know, it strikes me with all these castles we have in Scotland, we seem to be a nation that sort of fights a lot or feels we have to defend ourselves. Things have changed somewhat now, but maybe in the past it was a very, very dangerous country to live in. Who knows, with over 300 castles there must have been a reason for that. It's been the venue for a number of large films, including Ivanhoe in the 1950s with Liz Taylor, and also Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's featured recently as Castle Lyroch in Outlander, and is also featured as Winterfell in the first series of Game of Thrones. So obviously this is the place to go when you are doing a high class filming. Doune Castle, folks. So, Doune Castle, folks. So that brings us to our last stop in Stirling. Okay, we'll leave Doune Castle and head now to the Lake of Menteith, our next stop.